resetting your gut. Actually, that's for resetting your gut. I'm doing a exercise on that. So, I mean, within 3 months, you can reset your gut.
Okay.
A couple of steps I'll forward. This is the second step. I'm going to put 4 more steps to reset your gut. So that will be a complete. So it's amazing, like knowing about foods. Uh, there's lots of misconception.
दूसरे वाला चार्जर है तो लीड लंबी सी
The post I'm going to share all these.
जी मेरा वीडियो ऑन नहीं हो रहा है.
Yadavji, whenever you're ready, we can start, Yadavji.
Yeah.
Sorry sir, आप म्यूट हो गए. एक मिनट तो मुझे.
Yadavji, can you hear me? Oh, you're muted, Yadavji. Oh, sorry.
Yes, we are ready. We are just going to start meeting.
Oh, sure, yeah. You let me know when, Yadavji.
Gayatri. Yeah, Prakash. Yes, Prakash, start.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I'm Prakash Singh Bora and welcome you all from Haldwani. And friends, I pay my hearty gratitude to our mentors that again, they decided to give us a chance to learn a new thing. Of course, not a new thing, though. We've been an integral part of the social media today. And we know some and how off and on we hang out with this every day. And most of our time, we use commenting and communicating with people through media. And today, we're going to learn and know the techniques and an astute approach how to derive benefits from that in our business. So friends, for that, we are fortunate enough once again, there's an expert connected with us all the way from the US. And I think due to a different time zone, there must be 9:30 or 10 of Monday, of Sunday, of course, we are on Monday today. So friends, without losing more time, please help me welcome. Let me explain the profile of the person. He is Masters in Computer Science and graduated from Sinom University. And this time in present is working technology domain for one of the 50 Fortune companies. So let's get revealed the techniques, the right approach, working with social media and for our business. So please help me welcome on the screen, Mr. Mary, all the way from USA. Welcome, sir.
Oh, thank you, Prakash, for the nice introduction. Really appreciate that. And first want to thank Yadavji for giving me an opportunity to talk to everybody. So it's always, pleasure to get a call from him and his family. So today, mainly, today we're going to talk about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is something that revolutionized the Amway business. Just like, the COVID actually, a lot of industries struggled, but our Amway actually, we moved progress because, we learned how to do these meetings online, right, through the Zoom. And similarly, another tool that really moved forward during COVID is LinkedIn. Okay, so I can just show you today, like yesterday I had 4 MGs just through LinkedIn. Okay, but today two of my MGs was through in person I did, but yesterday 4 of my MGs, everything came through LinkedIn. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do the LinkedIn prospecting today. I have 2 slides. I'll go through both, and I'll probably share them with Yadavji later and Kanwalji also. So the first thing is make sure you create a new profile. Okay, like most people, when I join, I don't know if everybody has a LinkedIn profile. So create a new one and make sure the information about there, everything is appropriate. Like I would not use the words like, you're an entrepreneur, you're a motivational speaker, like, we have mentioned here, because you don't want to do your DTM, we call it, like you don't want to tell your purpose in the LinkedIn. That's something you want to do in one-on-one basis to the person, right? So in the description, let me show you my LinkedIn as I'm talking here. So this is my LinkedIn. Let me minimize all this conversation happening. So you need to make sure that your LinkedIn profile is completely. You got to take time. Like for example, Prakash, I'm sorry, Yadavji, I didn't know I have to dress up formally for this. I thought it's just a couple of people. So I see Prakash dressed up very well. But if you look here, Prakash, I don't know what your profile is. So you put a photo of yourself. Make sure you have a logo here, and then I'm just telling every single thing you got to fill here. So here you should have a complete information about your your mission statement. Like just like in every company has a mission statement, have a mission statement for yourself. And here I mainly focus here on my job profile. Okay, I don't tell anything about the business here. Okay, all my business talk is through the individual messaging, which I'll show you in a minute. And so make sure you fill this, very important. Okay, this is very important. This is what people do. So just think, if you're meeting somebody in a temple, right, they will judge you before your word comes out of your mouth in 10 seconds. By looking at you up and down, they know whether you are a nice person to talk to, if you're dressed up very well, things like that. So somebody you're messaging here, they are going to look at your profile just for 3-4 seconds before they think that they should respond to you or not. Make sure this is very complete. And so this is something you can do or not do. It's up to you. I'll explain to you this in later. And make sure you fill all your experience. Okay, every single experience, write down here. And your universities, and if you did any special presentations, international, like I know Kanwalji is a player, right? Table tennis player and professor. So if I were him, just every single thing got to write here, right? And any certifications you got, if you are a member of any organization outside of Amway, don't write Amway BWW here. Okay, unless you're a diamond and you don't really need to worry. But if you're looking to meet new people, don't write Amway or BWW here. Write all information that and if you can ask your colleagues for recommendation. So you can say, I have a full biodata here about myself. Okay, and now you got to think how to approach people here, right? So we'll come to that in a minute. Okay, so don't in the profile, anywhere in the profile, I see Gayatri, Roshni. So I just want to take names so people can be interactive. So don't put Amway or BWW here. And in the summary, don't talk that you have a great mentor and he's been changing your life. Don't do all that. Okay, don't in your thing. And so the thing is, you got to find people. Right. So the best way, when you initially join, LinkedIn probably gives you like 3-4 connections, like your immediate friends and family, like you can hover LinkedIn. So it allows only 4-5 people, but you got to increase your network of connections on LinkedIn. Right. So one of the techniques we follow is this, right? So you can add a couple of software recruiters into your profile. Okay, so what happens is LinkedIn allows you to have second level connection. See, every software recruiter will have like 5,000, 6,000 connections associated with them. So now you add a recruiter and any of his friends, you can start adding them into your network. Do it make sense? That is number one way that you can develop your connections. Number two, LinkedIn allows you to connect to your alumni. So for example, I see Ms. Anjali Chauhan here. Like, let's assume she went to Dehradun University. And so she can go to the university. She can find, hey, I graduated in the year 2015, and then so she can find alumni there. So that's another way you can find. See, the important thing is it's not just connecting with random people, right? You need to make sure that it comes to launches later. So unless there is relatability, it's going to be difficult for you to launch them. Okay, so make sure you find alumni of your college or similar colleges. Maybe I'm just telling an example. Maybe here somebody's a Punjabi, right? So you can join if there's a Punjabi group here. So you can associate with that. Or maybe, you may be interested in positive thinking. You may be interested in book reading. So if you search for hashtags within LinkedIn, those are things that you can add. Okay, so I'll just show you an example. So you can just search for hashtags in LinkedIn. Now you can see, hey, these are people about LinkedIn they've posted today, right? About motivation. So you can click them. These are already positive people. So now you can talk to these people. Okay, you can connect and talk to these people if you follow that hashtag. Okay, so one thing about this is very important. Do not connect to any upline, any downline in LinkedIn. Okay, of course don't connect to Crosslink. Why is that important? Because let's assume let's assume Kanwalji and I, we are friends in LinkedIn. What will happen is the way LinkedIn algorithm works is going to give Kanwalji's friends to me as a potential prospects. It will give my friends to Kanwalji as his potential prospects. Then we'll be talking to each other prospects. LinkedIn has almost 1 billion people. We don't need to talk to each other prospects. So I wouldn't add any upline, downline, crossline in LinkedIn. Okay, so that's very important. Okay, and yeah, so don't connect to any upline, downline, and one more thing is, you got to make sure that LinkedIn has an algorithm. If you send a lot of connections, they will start blocking you. Okay, so we tell to send 15 to 20 connections per day. 15 to 20 connections per day, you got to send it. Okay, and also what happens is LinkedIn, like let's assume you send 15 connections every day. Say this is October, right? So October, November, December, January, send. You will see after 2-3 months, there are some people who have accepted your connections, so you can start talking to them. Some people would not have never accepted because they don't log into LinkedIn. See, LinkedIn is not Facebook or Instagram, right? So people don't log into LinkedIn every day, right? People who log into LinkedIn are mainly job seekers. They are looking to change a job, or they're probably influencers. They're trying to influence for something, or they're trying to post a job situation. So things like they're writing articles. So those kind of people only log into LinkedIn every day. Most people don't log into LinkedIn every day. But at the same time, if you send like connections every day, 20 connections every day, that's our recommendation. 20 connections every day is very good. You send for 3 months, we're talking like almost 1,800 connections within 3 months. And there will be a lot of people who don't accept your connection, at least 300 or 400 of them. So you got to go back. Like if you go back to your connections, right? So you can see I have 4,000 connections in LinkedIn already. So there's a place here where you can remove people who are the request. I'm looking for the option. There's a place here where you can withdraw connections from people you already sent. I'll send you the photo later. There's a place here where you can say, hey, I sent this request to this person 3 months ago. Anybody who's over 2 months ago, I will withdraw my request. Because LinkedIn will carry, hey, Maddie sent 1,000 connections and 800 of them are not accepted. So that's something got to withdraw all those requests. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? I know I'm going fast, but anybody, I want to take a moment here to stop, and I wanted to be interactive. Anybody have any questions? Please ask me. Feel free, Okay. If you have any question, I cannot see everybody, but hope everybody can unmute themselves and ask questions, right? Okay. Okay. So how to find the people to send the request? Okay. So this is another thing, right? So there are two extremes. One extreme is you can just send random 20 connections. Like you could just go and click connect to everybody. Like for example, I'm in my so here is a LinkedIn will suggest a lot of connections to me, right? I can just go and click connect. I can keep on doing that. Okay, but is that good? That is one option. The other extreme is to go and read everybody's connection. So for example, I don't know who this person is. I can go and read about Sweta. I can go and if I read about everybody's connection request, that is also going to take too much time. So I don't want to be in this extreme where I'm only randomly connecting people. Another extreme is I am like reading everybody's profile before I connect. Both wouldn't work. You got to have a middle ground. So what is the middle ground I look at is I look at the profile photo. Like for example here, like a 30,000 foot view of the link of the profile. Okay. So there are some keywords like I don't look at this person, senior director of Wells Fargo, right? See, I'm not judging here, but if I can look at his photo, I can see easily he's in his 40s or 50s. Like I am looking for people in mid 20s to early 30s. That's my age group I'm looking for. So I'm not going to connect to this person for sure. So I will look for people later. So I see this guy, he's a American guy. I'm pretty much looking for immigrant, right? So this person, she's a software engineer and she went to Clemson University, same university I went to. I will click connect. So I just showed you one example. So like that, if you do the 20 connections every day, now I'll tell you the next step, because that's something you got to know how to add people. Okay, so you got to know how to quickly scan. So don't spend too much time on scanning profile. It should take like 10 seconds for each profile. So within 5 minutes, you should have sent 20 connection requests. Okay, so now how do we start the conversation? Okay, see, one thing that I tell people is this, right? When you're doing LinkedIn, imagine the person is sitting in the same room like you. That is very important. A lot of times we think, man, if I'm meeting somebody in a mall, I'll talk nicely. But if it's online, I can just say random things. I can just say, hey, Mr. Badoli, are you looking to make money? I don't even know him. How can I ask a random question like that? Right? So what I do is I have a 4 level of conversation. Okay, I initially say, hey Naveen, I see you're from Dehradun. How's the COVID situation over there? Something like that. Okay, or something. Hey, I see you're working as a software engineer. How do you enjoy working from home? So you should come up with some introduction question. Okay, so what I do is I don't I have like a 20-30 scripts, like 20 or 30 introduction statements. I have them with me. So let's assume I see a software engineer. I copy that line, I paste into Naveen is a software engineer, Manoj is a software engineer. I just change the name, I send it. Okay, now if you send 10 or 15 hi Naveen, hi Manoj, how is the job, how are you, how do you like working from home, at least 3 or 4 will respond. Now when they respond, now it's a good sign. So now within 3 to 4 hours, you got to respond back. Oh, I'm glad you enjoy working from home. How do you see yourself in the next 5 years? How does your company do? Like what? Or how are you enjoying the responsibilities? So things like that, you got to have some little deeper question. So he will. You cannot ask in BW we talk about open-ended questions versus close-ended questions, right? The first question should be a close-ended question. What is a close-ended question? A simple yes or no. Hey, how are you doing? How's family doing? It's simple. He doesn't need to think. He can just quickly say. But the second question is you got to learn how to ask open-ended question. Hey, I see you working as a software engineer. How do you see yourself in the next 5 years? What do you what are your future goals? Something like that. Say next or second or third question you should ask that. Now if you feel, hey, you have established some kind of a rapport within 2-3 conversations, now you can ask, hey, I see, man, you're very friendly. Can I ask you a very random question? It could be a shot in the dark. I'm actually I'm just like you. I'm working as a software engineer, or I'm working as whatever, like, I'm a physics professor, and I'm in the similar industry. But I see there are a lot of changes because of COVID. So I'm starting a new business, and I'm looking for some good people to work with. I see you and I have similar background. Would you be interested to do anything outside of your current job? That's a simple question. You should tell us a story. Like, I always believe if you tell us a story, it connects with the other person rather than just asking, are you looking to make money? Okay. I always use a story to ask the question. Okay. So, and okay. And you got to know how, when they'll ask you a question, hey, tell me what are you doing? What are you talking about? Right. So these are things that very specific, right? I know. So here, when we wrote here, when I wrote this long back, somebody's going to ask, hey, what exactly you do? So at that time, we used to say, do you know anything about 21st century? Like, this is from the book Business of 21st Century. We wrote this, but you don't need to do this anymore. Okay, you can say, what exactly do? No, we are working some of the trends that happened in the COVID time, like online shopping, healthy living, social media. So I'm using such trends. I'm building a business using those things. Okay, so you can make it very simple, but the thing is, instead of doing too much conversation on the LinkedIn, see if you can get into Zoom conversation. If the person, hey man, sounds interesting, can you give you more information? Yeah, I love to give you more information, but I think it's better that we get into Zoom call. I can share more proprietary details. Okay, I'm available. So always keep the conversation in your control. Okay, see, I never ask people, hey, when are you available? So now the ball is in his court. I never do that. I tell, hey, I see you're interested. Let me find out from my calendar when I am available. You also tell me when you're available so I can match the calendar. So you see how we have a little bit of posture, right? I never give everything to the other person. Right now, it's my business. I'm looking to expand, right? I need to be in control of the conversation, right? It should be kind of a driver's seat, right? So this is what I do in LinkedIn, and so you should do what I call time blocking. Okay, so on a daily basis, like I'm sure all our leaders are teaching this, right? Time blocking. Every day you should have a time blocking for 15 to 30 minutes for LinkedIn. Okay, and that time you should not be listening to audios, you should not be reading books, you should not be counseling. No, that time is specific for using your network, LinkedIn network. Okay, and you can also, obviously, you can certainly use the LinkedIn effectively to build a team in the US. Okay, so I think I showed you one time, so I can show you the same thing again, right? If you go here, like if you search for IIT Rourkela, right? I think I searched for somebody wrong back. IIT Bombay. So this is another way you can find your alumni in this thing. So you can go to IIT Bombay here. You can see the alumni right here. Okay, so for your university, you can find alumni here, and you can say, hey, I want to focus on young people. Let me search for 2015 to 2021. So you will find the people. Now, let's assume you are looking to build a US business. Now you can see here, there are 1271 people who graduated after 2015 who are living in the US. Now you can start talking to them to build the US business. But if you're looking to build India business, of course, that's very important for you. So you can click here and go and build it. And if you're looking specifically for Dehradun, also you can add here. Okay, if you're looking to build a local business, you can do that. So everything is possible within LinkedIn. Okay, and one opportunity that LinkedIn is doing is called premium, like a paid version. Okay, and so 1 month is free. Okay, so you can take that 1 month free option, so you can add second level and third level connections to your network. So just 1 month, you put your credit card, but make sure you cancel the credit card within 29 days. Okay, you make sure that 29 days you spend more than 30 minutes, spend a little bit more time to make your network faster. So for the second month, you'll have more opportunities to build your second and third level of connection. Okay, With that, do you have any questions? I like to, I don't like to talk like this, but anybody have any questions for me? Has anybody tried LinkedIn already and kind of feeling stuck that I can help you with?
Maddie, what is conversion rate? If you have shown somebody plan or from taking links from the LinkedIn, is conversion rate is good, or what is percentage actually?
So conversion rate is not as high as in person. Like today, Yadavji, I met somebody yesterday, okay, in the mall when I was shopping, and I did the MG today, and he's going to come for the meeting on this Tuesday. Okay, so when I meet somebody in person, it's really fast. But in online, I would say out of 20, you will get 3 or 4 people who are interested in seeing the business. But in person, if I talk to 10 people, I'm just telling personally, if I talk to 10 people, I at least get 3 to 4 people interested in the business. Like at least 2 people who are interested in the business. But online is less, but it's still better, right? Better than nothing. Out of 20, these people I'm never going to meet. There's no way I'm going to meet somebody in Chicago sitting in Phoenix, right? And that too, completely, I can do it online now. So it's a good platform to do it. But to answer the question, out of 20, I get like 3 to 4 MGs out of 20.
Oh, it's very good. Thank you so much. Thank you, Maddie.
Go ahead, Pradeep, if you have a question.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir, for detailed information. And I have one query. I just created my LinkedIn profile a few days back, and I had a lot of suggestions, which are from my college alumni or which are from my batchmates, most of them. And another suggestions which are coming are from my industry.
Yes.
They might be from other colleges or other organizations, but they are related to my industry, where I am professionally working in textiles. So should I keep on accepting those requests or expand my network in those area? Because what I feel, similarly, I did some working in the Facebook as well in the past, but I found most of them are interested or their interest of area to connect is to ask for any job and those similar things. So I am little bit, I have restricted myself a little bit to connect the similar industry people.
So,
Any suggestions or guidance on that?
So, Pradeep, the main thing is you got to understand there are 3 kinds of people who are related to you. One is people similar background, like educational background or same institute that you went to, or they could be from so similar race, right? If you're a Dehradun, you'll that's what LinkedIn suggests people who are from Dehradun to you or from Varanasi. So the thing is, your goal is to approach your friends of friends. So your friend may not be interested in this business, but you do not know about his friends.
Okay.
Right. So the goal is, if you already spoke to your friend, but you should also know their age, right? If your friend is almost 45, like I'm just taking an example, 45 years old, then you can add him. But among his friends, you're looking for people in the right bell curve.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So, but I wouldn't approach people from the same company. Let's assume you're working for a particular company. Talk to your upline again. I wouldn't talk to my own company online, because that is risky, because they can take a screenshot and share with HR, right? So don't talk to your own colleagues in LinkedIn. You can talk to them offline and things like that, but don't talk to them in the social media.
Perfect. Okay. Got it. Thank you. Thank you so much for the guidance.
Absolutely. And if anybody has questions, all great leaders in the call have my number. Message me privately. I don't mind giving any LinkedIn tips, because I'm doing this for more than a couple of years now. Okay. Now Vikas, go ahead. Vikas and Malti.
Vikas and Malti. विकास आप क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं। योगेंद्र अगर हो तो कहीं कुछ कोई सवाल हो तो पूछ सकते हैं आपके।
Hello.
Go
Am I
ahead,
audible,
Vikas.
sir?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Vikas.
like I'm having my profile, which is I think 4 to 5 year old, in LinkedIn, and I'm having a lot of connection in that. It is recommendable to use that LinkedIn profile, or shall I create a new one?
I would recommend to use the same one if you don't mind, because you already have a LinkedIn profile with connections. Why to create a new one if you can use the same one?
Yeah, because in my profile, there are so many people which is interconnected with my job or with my industry. That is the reason.
Yeah, so that's why you got to be very clear. It's okay to highlight. If you look at my profile right now, it tells exactly where I'm working, everything, right? So my colleagues are in my LinkedIn.
दूध आ गया भैया।
All my colleagues are in my LinkedIn, right? But then nobody knows I'm doing Amway. Like nobody knows I'm talking to new people, right? So because all my messages are going privately here.
Yeah.
So it's not visible to other people in the LinkedIn.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thanks.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Dr. Rohit.
Yeah. Thank you, Maddy, for your detailed presentation. Yeah. Actually, my question is that we also receive a lot of connection requests from unknown people. So should we accept those requests or should we ignore them? Or should we only send our connections to other people?
No, it's very important that LinkedIn, because LinkedIn always makes sure that you should have also incoming requests. You cannot be the only one sending requests. And especially somebody like you who's a medical doctor, I'm sure there are a lot of people who are in your industry who wants to get your suggestion, they're sending you request, right? So it's good to accept those requests. But of course, you got to you can see, I have enough requests now, like there are a lot of HR people are messaging me now. I'm not accepting them because I'm not looking for a job. Right, and if there are old elderly people messaging me, I'm not going to accept. So there are a lot of people messaging me also that I haven't accepted, but I look at it. I look at, hey, is this my right age group? Then I accept it. But Dr. Rohit, you should also think that somebody who's approaching you because you're a medical doctor, you can also approach for product, right? Looking at your profile, people can ask, hey, sir, I have this particular health situation, and you can use that opportunity to promote Nutrilite from your background.
Okay. Thanks, madam. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Naveen, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, sir, for a wonderful session. So my question is that what should be our strategy to getting the contact number?
So I do not get the contact number, Naveen. Okay. What I do is I actually set up a Zoom call. I see after third or fourth conversation, let's see if I can show you one, right?
Okay.
So,
okay, sir.
So this person, you can see here, he said, I'm interested. I don't know if you can see my screen. I said, hey, sure, I'll go over the details in a Zoom call. Let me find out when I'm free this week so we can match the calendar. That's what I said. I didn't ask for his phone number because that is still a private information to him, right? And once I have this, once I can see his eyes, I'm sure he will feel that I'm a nice guy. And then at that point in the Zoom call, I'll share the number.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
But but it depends. Some people don't go for Zoom. Some people say, can I have a quick phone call with you? So if that works for you, go for it. And but I believe I like to do a Zoom call. Okay. Anandji?
Okay. Good morning, Madhuri. This is Vijaya. So thank you for such a lovely presentation, quite informative. As you helped me to create my LinkedIn account, so I'm here with another question. Like you said, you need to fill all the information and you should think and write it correctly, right? So
Exactly.
suppose if I have filled my university information or I'm filling it slowly, okay? So can I start connecting with the people at that time?
Yes, because see, you should not be waiting, and because it's a evolving process, right? So I would like from the day we met like a month ago, Bijayji, I think we spoke about LinkedIn. You should have started having connections right now. You should be sending 20 connections every day. That's very important.
Okay. So what are the main important thing which we should fill first and then start? Photograph?
So the description is very important. The tagline is more than description. The tagline is very important. This is the tagline I was talking. So right below your name, this is a tagline. Very important. Okay, and the description is very important. Very important. Okay, and a good photo. You should have a photo, because I don't like to connect the people who don't have a photo. Is very important. It's okay to put professional photo or a casual photo. Okay, I prefer a casual photo on LinkedIn. Okay, but it's up to you. Either way is totally fine.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Vijay. Go ahead, Mr. Lina.
Yeah, good morning, Mehdi. This is Subhranshu. And I'm professionally connected in LinkedIn since last 2 years, and using this platform for this business development since last 1 year. I do have a connection of more than 1,000 people, and almost to each one of them I connected first through a text message. Then those people who taking interest, I do DTM 1, 2, and all. So I would like to share the content which is modified as I go ahead since last 1 year. The message is like, hi, Mr. Thank you for this professional connection over LinkedIn. Over this network, I am looking for people who have dreams and passion to achieve those dreams. Are you interested for your own entrepreneurship journey? I can help you to understand a business process which can enable you to choose a world-class business opportunity or a second source of income. Please reply with your contact number for a. So this is a modified one. Earlier, I am directly asking for the numbers or the opportunity. So response rate was less. Now response rate is high. But today I learned something new, that we break into pieces and connect with the people first. So can you help me to improvise the same?
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I didn't get your name correctly. Can you repeat?
Subhranshu.
Subhranshu. Okay. So the main thing is a remember form, right? Family, occupation, recreation message. That's what BW teaches. So you don't need to do the complete thing again in LinkedIn, the form. So you can just start with COVID. Hey, how is COVID? I hope everybody's okay. It's good to meet somebody from a similar background, right? And then you can talk about occupation. How do you like working from home? And then you can ask about, hey, what are your future aspirations? Like, how do you see yourself in 10 years? What are your ambitions? So things like that. You see, the thing is, the sentence that I used works for my personality, right? See, one of the main problems with people, like Yadavji asked me a question earlier, and Maddie, what is your conversion rate, right? My conversion rate was not 4 out of 20 before. Okay, it became 4 to 5 out of 20 now, because the conversations that I am having with people right now is now I didn't copy from any upline, I didn't copy from any crossline. It's but I'm like, if I'm talking to you in a mall, this is how I'll be talking, and you should write that down for your own self. Okay, this is because it has to be very authentic, and when you go to Zoom, it has to flow. Like wherever you left from the online conversation in LinkedIn, it should continue from there. So if you copy somebody else's script, right, it will not flow authentically in the Zoom for you, if it makes sense, right? So think for yourself, hey, how would I talk to somebody if I just meet somebody in the railway station tomorrow? Write like 3-4 lines, use the same thing in LinkedIn.
Okay, right, Mehdi. One more thing is that I belongs to a technical profile. So looking after my profile, people connected with me for some job opportunity. And, so I study the mindset of people that as our society is emphasizing on the job profile, so people are also lucrative for the job profile because it's an easy process of income. So how as a leader or how as a guide them to look some other opportunity in parallel job.
Sure. So what I do, say, if somebody is looking for a job, that means they probably currently have a job situation in the company that they're working for, or something like that is happening. That is the reason they're looking for a new job, right? Like in my opinion, if I'm going to approach that person right now for the business, he may take it or he may not be take it. But I do believe that, man, if I share a good information, like if he's asking, hey, does your company have an opening that I can help you with, that you can help me with? I will send my career rep, say, hey, go and take a look at the bank I'm working for. If there is any opening that I can help you, please let me know. So I believe that, man, I give good vibes to everybody. Okay, and let him go and find a job. And if he finds a job, it's good. And if he doesn't find a job, I like one of the things about LinkedIn, it tells you notification, right? You said you are on LinkedIn for some time, right? You know what I'm talking. It tells you the birthdays, anniversaries. If somebody got a new job, it informs you about all that, right? So at that point, I congratulate. Yeah, I'm glad you got a job now, right? At that time, I will talk to him and see if he's ready for business. But if he's in the middle of a job search right now, I personally, it's up to you. You can ask him the question, just, hey, I know you're looking for a job. Is it because your job is in a situation, or you just want to grow in your career? Okay, if you say, I want to grow in my career, I'm looking for something, then you can say, I don't have a job. Maybe I have another business that would you like to take a look. I haven't tried that, but that's something you can try. But I haven't tried that yet.
Right. Thank you so much, Mehdi. Thank you so much.
100%. Yeah. Yogendra, please go ahead. Yeah.
So good morning, Mr. Mehdi. Can I speak in Hindi?
Oh, my Hindi knowledge is very low.
I am also working on LinkedIn from last 1 year.
Okay.
And approximated 2,000 connection in my LinkedIn profile. And I got a lot of numbers, and I had approximately 200 plans through LinkedIn. But my conversion ratio is very low.
So you got to look at the relatability. So you got to look, who are you connecting to? So, so are you connecting to people outside your domain knowledge? Like, are you talking to people like, are you talking to people like Dr. Rohit, who's completely a medical doctor, and you are maybe a civil engineer? So if you talk to people in your profession, you will have better success. If you're talking to people from your university, you'll have better success than outside. So you got to think that's, I think, unless you try LinkedIn, it's not going to do it. But I'm glad you're trying it. But I would recommend that you focus on your industry. The 4 things I would recommend: your industry, your university, your race. Like, don't get me wrong, but that plays a role, right? If you're a Punjabi, if you're a Sikh, if you're a particular community, that plays a role. If you're a Kare, right, then you can approach any Kares, they will immediately relate to you. Right? If you're a Kanwal, I'm sure there are a lot of other Kanwals in the call, right? In LinkedIn too, right? I'm just telling an example. The next thing is, if you're interested in the tags like motivation, that's the 4th thing. But the top 3, your relatability is very high. Okay, so your conversion rate will be higher there.
Thanks a lot.
Go ahead, Anjali.
Thank you, sir. Good morning. Very informative session. I have one query. I have LinkedIn profile shared the MBA product about this sharing. So now, I have to continue with this same ID or make a new one.
I would make a new one. I would 100%. Like, unless you are going to use LinkedIn for products, which is not, in my opinion, Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp are much better platform for approaching people for products. LinkedIn is mainly for approaching your business partners. So I wouldn't put Amway there. If you already have one, just create a new profile if you can, or you can delete all your I'm breathing from there. Either way is okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Do you Shaker in the call? I know he messaged me a couple of times. I don't know if he's in the call. Okay, good. I think he's not there. Yadaji, I think that's all the questions, I believe, right? We can have a follow-up session, Yadaji.
Okay, Prakash.
Go ahead.
Shall we close? Okay, Mehdi. Shall we close now, Prakash?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Prakash, अब हम खत्म
All
करते
right.
हैं.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Maddie, sir, for the valuable information on social media, especially on LinkedIn. And I would say, of course, it was a great piece of information. Even I haven't, opened up this treasure. I came to know today, and we came to know all about, the people skill using in this social media, especially digitally, and the things we need to restrict, the things we need to filter on this, and the valuable questions were asked. Through this, everybody is going to get benefited. And here I would like to announce to everyone that, some of our friends are not connected here. So this information is stored in YouTube. So anybody, anytime can access, can go through. I too will go through this personally and will start my own LinkedIn, profile. So thank you so much. Many thanks once again, giving us valuable time. And we're going to wind up. And before that, I would like to welcome, I would like to, get on the screen our mentors for the concluding words. So first, I would like to invite on the screen our mentor, a great leader, great person, Mr. Viren Yadav sir and Mrs. Pratibha ma'am on the screen.
So thank you so much, Maddie, for giving your precious time. I think this session will be of great use for our people. And I am also not in social media, especially I am not in LinkedIn also. So I am surely going to start our LinkedIn space, whatever it is. And I think it will be of great use for us to build this business. So once more, thank you so much for giving us your precious time and lots of information, lots of insights. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Maddie. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. And here, finally, I would like to call our mentor of the mentors, the great leader, great person, Mr. Dinesh Kandwal, sir, on the screen. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Maddie, for sparing your valuable time. Great piece of information, and I'm sure everyone got the right way to connect. The key learnings are very important. Like we connect at LinkedIn for professional work. That's one thing I have understood. Second is connecting with the people selectively, like choosing relativity factor, choosing age category, choosing professional background. So that's very important. I'm sure this will increase the conversion rate. Like many of our leaders are also connected with LinkedIn and they are working, but the same thing is conversion is not so much high. And third thing is just like we connect face to face, the script is same, like FNQ is same. How you connect, how you close, how you do the follow-up. This is very important. So thank you so much. We learned a lot, and Yeah, I'm sure we'll keep on connecting for certain other things also, professionally or digital platform. So thank you from this team, and thank you so much for sparing your time, valuable time, and look forward to see you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aditya.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your words of wisdom. And friends, before winding up the program, I would like to announce 2 important programs today. As we all know, today at 6, in fact, in the evening, we're going to have a Women Entrepreneurship Program. So it's going to be amazingly exciting for all the women and for the men too. We can connect. And after that, there's more program from our great leader, Kanwal.
Virenji. Virendra and
Yes.
Pratibha.
Yes, our own diamonds, Mr. Viren Yadav sir and Pratibha ma'am. They have organized a wonderful program for us. We're very excited for that. So see you there, and it must be getting dark there in USA. So wish very good night to Mr. Maddie, and a great day ahead, all we Indians. Thank you so much for connecting with us, and the information will be there on YouTube. We can go through anytime. So with this, if you permit me, should we wind up, sir?
Yes, Prakash.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Have a great
Thank
day,
you.
everyone.